Hey, what's going on, guys? Young Link Jr. So, just a little follow up video. Yeah, so you see, like Flacco, him, and got to a dispute with 16 shot him. So, watch the whole video. It's really interesting. But like I said, it all started, man, just really bad on so many levels. I mean, I know I had to research this one individual. He's talking about Batman Kevo, and that was his man's or whatever. And it was just kind of funny too, talking about when 16 shot him. He was like, hey man, you talk about me and these other bloggers saying that I'm clout chasing and all this stuff, because I understand, like, okay, well, Batman Kevo is one of his dudes, which is Flacco, and he was like, pretty much, hey, let me go ahead and defend him. But, his AD was there trying to confirm everything he's saying, about him. But he was showing things on his phone like, hey, man, you got these bloggers talking about him, and 16 shot him, got back with him talking about, like, hey, well, he wants to be like this type of bodybuilder, but he ended up getting a BBL. And I'm looking like, okay, what dude gets a BBL? So that's something that was something crazy. And so you can hear people in the background on the No Jumper podcast actually laughing. That was laughing at him. And so, of course, shout out to Max V. He did a really good job. I think he was on live about this, and he's getting clown from it. And I'm just looking at this too, man. As a, you want to be an aspiring journalist, and I understand, like, hey, you want to go ahead and do what you can to boost the ratings, but you have to be yourself. You have to be yourself, Flacco. I mean, he's a little bit doing too much. I mean, come on, man. You can't be. I don't want when people say you're a novice into this, man. I mean, had like 30,000 subscribers. I mean, he's doing what he can, and No Jumper Adam 22 has invited him on his particular podcast in order to continuously to boost his ratings and help it with his brand. But 16 shot him was really hitting him facts and hitting him really hard, I mean, right in the heart about this, about talking about, hey man, he's a scammer. If you want to, say he had an example. If you want to make $20,000, you gotta actually, excuse me, you have to actually have, like, well, I won't say have, but you gotta act like you have $20,000, or look like you have $20,000, and say you want to have a nice car and things of nature, you rent it, and then you just, hey, tell people, hey, invest in this, invest in that. And so he was just talking about how Batman Kevo is it's a scammer. And Flacco didn't like that, man, and it was just really bad, man. I mean, just pretty much just not doing what he's supposed to do as a journalist and as an interviewer. But hey, it was hella entertaining, I tell you that. Looking at this, man, towards the end, I was like, oh man, it's getting really heated. But yeah, I didn't know, like, yeah, 16 Shotham's boys was actually there too in the background. So and the dude spit at him, and they spit back at each other. And, of course, Adam, I think AD got involved too, breaking it up. But, I mean, you kind of throwing this to yourself, Flacco, man. You really got to get your facts straight. I mean, if you want to go ahead and post this gossip on individuals and people that you're interviewing, I mean, he didn't even introduce him at first. AD had to stop, like, hey, well, how about you just introduce him? Like, this was like from the first 30 seconds. I'm like, come on, man. So it's just like the different basics here. Only thing I can really think of, advice I can give is like, hey, Flacco, just be yourself, man. Stay away from that controversial mess. I mean, it's just the way how you word things too, man. I mean, I really feel like they was really attacking 16 shot him, seriously. And I'm glad that AD wasn't biased, even though, he worked with Flacco before. But he was like, hey, man, he was showing them things on his phone. Do not, I'm telling you, do not go ahead and just say whatever you want to say. You got to have facts. You have to have factual statements, okay? When you're talking about these sensitive things. But, it's just really interesting here, what we have here. But, man, I couldn't believe it. So, but it is what it is, man. I'm gonna kind of probably watch some more No Jumper. I've been watching a lot of other podcasts too. That I actually really enjoy on the YouTube platform. But man, that's pretty much all I really have to say. It's just pretty much to get into a heated argument just from the jump, man. The BBL was hilarious, though. I mean, even he did confirm that he said it on his Instagram live that he wanted bodybuilders, but instead of him just going to the gym and just doing squats or going to the stair climb or stairmasters, I mean, that would actually build up your glutes. It is what it is, man. But that's all we have to say. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Is Flacco a clown or not? Y'all tell me about this. So he got spit on, and yeah, man, just, I don't want to say led to his demise, but it's not looking good for his for his credibility. I mean, you talking about a man is clout chasing. I don't think he is, and you can't even really successfully prove it. It is what it is. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video. That's all I had to say. I'm out. Deuces.